Morning guys, and welcome to the channel Adventure Travel and Scuba. Today I will be reviewing another trail camera that I have received in the mail yesterday. The company contacted me and they asked me to review their product. This company is a Woopeak and it is a wireless trail camera. I will have a look, unbox that camera and see how it looks and what do we get with the camera, what kind of options does it provide, how does it stand in a natural environment. I will put it into the test. It is still winter here. Unfortunately, we had no snow for a bit. In the last week, we had couple snowfalls. So no motorcycle riding for a while. I was hoping to ride this weekend. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Snow is here again. So might as well do something else and hopefully that will interest some of you. So let's talk about some of the features here. It is a Voopeak TC08 wireless camera. It is IP66 waterproof. Also, it has a wireless connection capability. So what it means that the camera will not send you the footage to your home. You will be just able to connect to the camera with your phone and control the camera through the phone and also download the footage, whether it's a video or photo from the camera itself. Right off the bat, what I see here on a box, that it has 0.1 second trigger speed, so that's pretty decent, and it has 3 PIR sensors that cover 120-degree angle up to 65 feet. Let's dive into this box and let's have a look what do we have inside here. So right on top we have the simple operation instructions, so it's a quick start guide, packing slip of course, and instruction manual in a couple different languages. The camera doesn't come with any wrapping, that's okay, it does not require. Everything seems to be protected here with the protection film. So all the sensors here, we have 3 of them, one on each side, and in the center, camera itself, infrared, and not sure if I mentioned, it has a solar panel on top. The camera is capable of running without the batteries, apparently up to a year, once it's fully charged for the first time before you use it. I did charge that camera before unboxing video. I had to do that so I don't waste any time while I'm going over the features of this camera. So right now it should be charged. First of all, looking at it, let's take that tape off. That's a number 1. We will not need that for anything. That's just the obstruction and to protect the camera in the transport. I haven't played with this camera yet. I just received it last night, so it will be my first time going over the settings and features of this camera and cover as much as I can. So let's have a look what else do we have here in a box. We have some kind of a mount. We have a mounting strap, a reset pin to reset the camera. I'm guessing not gonna need that. I have a few of those around. So the tree strap, it's quite long. They could have made that out of metal because in a cold weather the plastic doesn't work too well probably. It is what it is. You can always get a different strap, not a deal breaker. And let's have a look what kind of a mount is sitting here. Okay, so basically what it is a mount that you can screw that into like a fence post or something and mount the camera with the tripod screw right at the back here. So that's fully adjustable. Got 2 wing nuts on both sides so you can adjust it in any direction you want. It's a good option for if somebody's hunting somewhere in farmland and the farmer will let you in to attach the camera to the post. I would ask the permission. I wouldn't just set that up there into his post. He might not be too happy about it, but the strap will do the trick. And a couple wall plugs and screws. Not gonna use this. I don't think I'm gonna use this. And of course, a short USB Type-C charging cable that you can charge the camera. I'm not sure even why so many cameras a hole for a padlock. I'm not sure what is really the point of that. If somebody's gonna steal it, they're gonna steal the whole thing. What's the point of locking it? I don't see any at all. So let's have a look first at the latching system. It looks okay. And the camera looks like it's made of pretty decent plastic. It also looks like it has a rubber seal around the door compartment for the camera. There's another protection film on the screen. That's a 2-inch color screen. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Here is a quick note before you start. It says please insert the memory card. I already did that. I didn't format it, so we'll go over that together. Please tear off all the protective film. Just did that. Remove obstruction of the lens. We did that. And to maximize the capture result when the battery runs low on power, the camera will take photos or record black and white video. So the video recording function and infrared LED consume a lot of power. It will significantly affect the battery life. That's pretty normal, pretty standard. We should know that. So the cold weather will affect the camera. So basically the manufacturer recommends, if you are using the camera in a colder environment, it's recommended to use the batteries, and it takes 4 AA batteries that probably will not run too long. As for the but for AA batteries, that will probably just be used as a backup. The camera has a built-in lithium-ion battery that is charged with that solar panel on top, so that's an awesome feature. So let's turn the camera on. What we get with this? Oh, it's got a nice sound turning it on. Let's zoom that up a little bit so maybe you guys will be able to see this a little bit better. Okay, so first thing, as we turn it on, this slider on top, first one is the off, setup, and on. So let's go to setup and let's go through the setup. So it says to choose your language. So obviously I'm in Canada, I will choose English. Click that, and then it will make me to select the date here. So now we have a 2025. Today is 4 April. The keys are actually pretty nice and responsive. And we have April 3rd. So let's go to April 3. Next we have the time, which is 8:20 in the morning. I'm early in the morning making video of this thing. Okay, looks like the time is set. And looking here at the main screen, hopefully you guys can see that. Right on top, it shows us what mode we are in. So right now it is as default, by the looks of it, in a photo mode. That changes between your photo and video mode. Next thing, we have the frame rate. Okay, so let's jump into the menus of this camera here. I hope you're gonna be able to see it, but I'll explain it. So you gotta hit the button here to get to the menu. First thing is the capture mode that we select. It does have an option, 3 different options: photo, video, and photo and a video. I wanna go into photo and a video because I wanna test them both. Now trigger mode for PIR, motion detection. That's what we want to leave it on. The other one is a time lapse. So PIR, the detection delay, it's set as default as a 0.1 second. That's we want to leave it on the fastest possible. Time-lapse interval, we didn't set that up because I'm going to shoot the time-lapse with this right now. Now PIR sensor sensitivity is set on high. We'll leave it on high. We'll test that, how the sensors are reacting. Probably I'll try to walking in front of the camera or something like that. Loop recording option, so that can basically continuously record until you run out of space, so it's gonna start recording over the new content. Fill light sensitivity, it's on auto, we're gonna leave it on auto. So monitoring period, so you can actually set when you want, what times you want the camera to work. You can set the hours. I'm gonna leave it off at this point. I want to trigger it right away. Then you can turn off the side sensors if you want to. So there's an option for side PIR sensor setup. So basically you can turn them on or off. Grid frequency 60 Hertz, we'll leave it at that. Capture mode, photo and video, we already did that and we already went over those features. Next option, which is your photo mode. Here we have the highest option is 60 megapixels. So we'll leave it on that because you can choose lower quality if you want to. Next option is your video setting. Again, you can choose the resolution, video length, and record the audio, which is on. So I will leave it at 4K 30 frames per second. Option here, which is the language. Here we have a format. So let's do that. And we will format the video card. That's what I want to do, and that's what everybody should do when you put a new card into the camera. First thing you want to do is format the video card. Date and time, we already adjusted that. Now date stamp, so it gives you the option. So like first thing, I always like to keep a 24-hour format. I don't like that AM PM stuff. I prefer the 24-hour time. Then you have a date stamp that will be planted on the video. Beeping sounds, that's up to you. You can turn that on or off. I leave them on for this test. And then system indicator, on or off. This is your back button, a little circle backwards. And then here, if you have more than one camera, you can put a camera name. You can set up the password for the camera if you want to. There's an app for it, which we'll go over in a second. So here tells you how soon the Wi-Fi should be off. So default time is at 2 minutes. I might as well keep that because obviously if the Wi-Fi is on too long, that will drain the battery much faster. Auto power off, 3 minutes. So that's if you don't use the camera, it will turn itself off in 3 minutes. And there is of course different options, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and not at all. So now it's a backlight. How long it will stay lit up? Well, we'll go, let's say 2 or 3 minutes. Now technical support and version of the software, and also the camera model, which is a Woopeak TC08. Last feature is a firmware update, so you have to contact the distributor. So I'm not sure even if you can update the firmware yourself or somehow you can update it through their website, unless it can do it over the app. All right, so let's get out of this thing. Have a quick look here in the front. Looks like the sensors are working here, or it's recording because I'm playing with it all the time, and it's set, the camera is set. So here we have a close-up look on that camera. Protection film is all off, PIR sensors, camera, infrared indicators hidden behind those panels, and here I think they're operational lights. So I just turn on the slider and it says that the motion detection will start in 1 minute. I will wait it out and try to trigger the motion detection by moving my hand in front of it. So it looks like the motion detector worked, and it's got a lot of moving sounds when I'm moving the camera around. It triggered the sensor. Yeah, it looks like it triggered when I moved my hand. It responded, it recorded, and the audio is there as well. That's all working the way it should. Let's put it back to on position, and what I will do right now, I will pair the phone app to this. The QR code is right on the cover door. Let's get the phone and get this going. So the app name is Wildcam. So let's install it. Let's open it. Now we have the options to allow limited access, allow all, and don't allow. I'll go with the limited access first because I don't like anybody snooping on my phone too much. So location, I like to allow it. First thing is asking to allow location, so you allow while you're running the app. That's my option, preferred option. I don't like to allow my locations to everything. So let's add the camera here and see if that will get detected. Hit the plus icon to add the camera, and the Wi-Fi is on the camera with waiting for a connection. Now the device has detected the trail camera, so we'll confirm that. All right, and here we go. We can go to the camera album, so we should have those 2 videos. Actually more than 2, it's actually cut quite a few. I'm surprised in such a short time that I was monkeying with it. And there we go. And I got to say that the picture quality is actually quite good. It is quite clear. So let's go back. So what's nice, it shows you the current time, date, the battery life, and we're still at 100%, current temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Here we have the live view of the camera, and well, let's go to settings. So the settings allows you pretty much everything what we went through when I was setting the camera. You can select all the settings right here from the camera. I will actually change that to just the video mode. Not already interested in photos. I already ran a test, and I know that the photos are looking pretty good. Actually, we can get the resolution much higher. So because I was reading that this camera can do 100 megapixel photo, and according to this thing it's 112 megapixel photo. So let's set it to the highest resolution right there, and one photo resolution for a video 4K and 30 frames per second. We're gonna leave that at audio on, and we have an indication of the space for recording, which is 30.4 gigabyte. That's a 32 gig card. So there's already some videos that are recorded. I will format it one more time. So anyway, so that's the app itself here. So it looks pretty responsive. The only thing that I don't see on the app here is actually the videos. I can see the photos when I go to it, but no videos. So that's something I have to figure out maybe later. I was looking how to get into the videos. I figured that out. Let's go and I show you the videos that are on the camera. So basically you hit the photo right here on the app, select the photo. So first thing, as default, it shows you the photos, toggle switch. Now it moved over to camera. Now we have all the camera clips showing up here, and let's play something here. So yes, so we have the access to the videos as well. So the app is actually quite good, and you can download all those photos from the camera from up to 60 feet or something like that. What I have done, I turn off the system indicator light, which is this red LED. If you have that on, that will stay on and tell you that the camera is on. But you can actually turn off that light in a menu. Let me show you this. So basically, you'll go to settings. You don't want that to be on, because when somebody's gonna pass by, they're gonna notice your camera, and that's an easy target for somebody to find the camera and take it from you. Not necessarily everybody's gonna do that, but definitely there's some people that will do it. So let's go to setup, and we'll go to the menu, scroll over to settings, go down. Here there's a system indicator. That's where you can turn that light on. Now it tells you that it's blinking there. We don't want that, so we'll turn that off actually. All right, and we'll put it back to on mode. Now it's counting down when it's gonna start detecting motion. So let's close that off, and we will take the camera to the field, mount it somewhere here, and see if I can get some footage. We'll get back to this video after a couple days. So my initial observation from this camera at this moment, I got to say that the picture quality is very good. It stands up to what they're claiming, but I still want to do the real life test, which will happen in the next couple of days. Alright, so the camera is taking micro SD card. For some people that is an issue. They prefer the bigger card. I always prefer the smaller cards for the reason that I have more of those cards that are being used on many different cameras, except for the one that I'm filming right now. That's the only camera that I have that it's using actually SD card. It's more professional style camera. Most of the action cameras and any other cameras will use the micro SD card. Basically, I don't see a reason why you would need to take that card out. This is a 32 gigabyte card. I don't recommend it. 128 probably the most I would be pushing on that to record that short of the clips. That's not gonna have that much space taken. So even with the 32 gigabit card, you have to go to the camera and check. What's nice, you don't even have to take the card out of the camera. You can just download it, the files that you need, to your phone directly via Wi-Fi that you connect to the app with the phone. So technically the card can stay there. You can format it after you download what you needed and leave the camera wherever it was located for shooting some more content of the animals or whatever you will be using that trail camera for. So it's time to set up the camera in a forest and see if we can capture anything. It is kind of late in the evening, but I want to see if I can set that up and leave it here for a couple of days and test this camera in the natural environment. And let's connect to this camera. This is the view, and it's kind of dark already, that we're getting on the app. It is responding, which is great. One thing I want to make sure I check the settings. So we have a capture mode video. That's what we want to leave it as. There is some tracks here of animal. I'm not sure what was it, but definitely there's some tracks. Okay, so this is a much better view. We have the battery life at 90%. We'll see what it's gonna be in a couple of days when we come back here. If that's not gonna get probably much of a charge of solar because I'm under those big trees, there's not gonna be much of daylight, but we'll see how is that gonna perform for the solar charging. So we left that camera. I got some test footage, so now it's time to head back home. It's kind of late. We'll see you guys in a couple days from now. Well, it is exactly 24 hours since I have placed the Woopeak TC08 trail camera in this little forest. Pretty curious if there is anything that has been recorded. Just heading back to the spot where I set up that camera yesterday when I was here out with my daughter. Log in remotely to the app and see if I can pull any footage, if there's anything that actually got triggered on the sensors. Animals are unpredictable, especially in this little community forest that just on the outskirts of my community, basically just behind this ridge here. So that's about half an hour walk or so to get in here. So I see the camera is right there. I'm about short distance away from that camera. If you're not seeing it, it's right there on that tree. What I'll do right now, I'll pull out the app and I'll see if I can log in remotely. I'm not too far away already from it. I'm about, 20 feet, maybe a little bit more. Picked it up. All right, let's go to the files. But I don't see any animals. But something had to trigger that camera. It could be the sun that is hitting it, but definitely no animals. It was at 6:46. So that was probably about 2 hours ago, and nothing basically prior to that. I got to say that the video is actually pretty clear on the phone. I have it set for 4K. The camera disconnects automatically as soon as you turn off your phone or lock your phone. It automatically disconnects from the camera. That could be an improvement on connectivity, because if you're close to the camera and it disconnects right away. But the range on it is good. It's not that there's anything wrong, it's just the design of the app itself. It is kind of early spring and the alpine flowers are starting to grow. Those are endangered. You are not allowed to pick those up, unfortunately. That's a big fine if somebody picks those up, apparently. Okay, so it looks like it could be even here, the deer beds, because yes, there is poop. So I just gotta find a place to attach the camera, because that's very overgrown. Yeah, there's more. Quite a bit actually here. Oh wow. So I mounted the camera right here on that big pine tree. Right there. That's facing this area right here. That looks pretty fresh actually. So maybe we'll get some action. I just logged into the Woopeak TC08 camera, the wireless app, and yesterday I left the camera, it was at 95% if I remember correctly. Today I'm looking at 80%. So even though it was in sort of dark place, it held its charge. It didn't lose too much of the battery in a 24-hour time. So right now we're gonna leave it here again for another day, maybe 2, and let's hope that when we come back here we'll get some footage, because at this point there's not much except me. Right. So it looks like the camera is responding now. You can see the red lights activating the sensors. Oh, there you go. I hope that's going to be visible on the video. It's time to go home. It is almost 9 o'clock. We'll come back here tomorrow maybe, if not day after, to check on that footage. I have probably about 40 minutes to get home by foot. Alright guys, it's a day 3 of testing the Woopeak TC08 wireless camera, the trail camera. And I'm standing here on top of the hill, and the camera is just down on the bottom in those trees. So I'm probably about 40 yards or 40 meters away from the camera, and I can see lots of footage recorded. Unfortunately, only one bird by the looks of it. Right here I have a bird that got recorded, and other than that, nothing. I think the camera is being triggered by the movement of the branches of the tree, so that's a little bit of a downside. Nonetheless, it's We have some footage. There's not really much at night except for the one that I was here last night. I'm not sure if I should leave that longer here, but that doesn't make any sense, because one way or the other we will know what the picture quality looks like on the camera once I have it uploaded. So definitely it works. The motion is being detected because the tree branches are moving, and that triggers the camera sensors. My daughter is already down there. I will head back down there as well and take the camera out and plug this to the computer and see what kind of quality footage that will be on a computer, because on a phone looks actually very good, and I got nothing really against that stuff. So look to your right. So this is where she's sitting. This branch right here, it was windy during the day, and that was triggering the camera sensors. Alright guys, so that will be it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to smash the like button, comment down below if you have any questions about the camera, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.